What's up, people? Happy Sabbath. You know what I'm saying to my people. Um, Basically want to talk about go over the Sabbath. So the Sabbath starts Friday night, to Saturday night. That's technically Saturday. Because we behind on time. The day starts in the evening, not at 12 o'clock midnight. So once nightfall starts, that's when the day starts. But anyway, so on the Sabbath, you're not supposed to work. That's the 7th day of the week, which is technically a Saturday, which was called Saturn Day because the days of the week were named after planets. So, but anyway, the Sabbath, you're not supposed to work, do any work. So on the Sabbath, you're supposed to have off. God understands, He has grace on us if we have to work. So He understands that we have to pay our bills to survive. You know what I'm saying? So that's why Christ came. You know what I'm saying? Because we're not able to keep the whole law, but we're not supposed to break the law on purpose. So take heed to that. But anyway, the 7th day, you're not supposed to work. You're supposed to cook 2 meals before the Sabbath starts, that last through the Sabbath. You know what I'm saying? So instead of cooking 1 meal for that night, you know what I'm saying, you cook 2 meals to last through the Sabbath. So you ain't got to cook that because you're not supposed to do any cooking and work or anything like that. If you warming up the food in the microwave, that's okay. That's cool. That's fine. But if you're doing the cooking and stuff like that, you're supposed to do it before the Sabbath. So you're supposed to cook 2 meals that last through the Sabbath. What else? Instead of going to church on Sunday, we're supposed to go to church on the Sabbath, which is Saturday, which is Saturn Day, which is the 7th day of the week. Not Sunday, you know what I'm saying? Because Sunday is for sun worship. And people been idolizing Sunday as if you go to church on Sunday, that make you saved. But that's not true. That has nothing to do with it. You know what I'm saying? And Nimrod is the sun god, which is over all the pagan holidays. That's where all the pagan holidays came from. Nimrod. So understand that we're not supposed to go to church on Sunday. We're supposed to go on the Sabbath. It's okay to go on the Sabbath, but not Sunday is not the Sabbath. You know what I'm saying? As we thought growing up, as we was taught growing up. But Constantine changed. He didn't change the Sabbath day. He changed it by man's law that the Sabbath day is Sunday, which is a lie. You know what I'm saying? God made the Sabbath day the 7th day of the week, not the 1st day of the week. So even when you look at the Gregorian calendar, you see that the 1st day of the week is Sunday. So okay. So he didn't die on Good Friday and resurrect on Resurrection Sunday, Easter, because that's not even 3 days. And that's again the idolizing Sunday. Idolizing Sunday, you know what I'm saying? Instead of keeping the Sabbath. So he might have so he probably got up on Christ probably got up on either Tuesday or Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? Because he rose on the 3rd day. So take heed to that. Okay, so you're not supposed to work. Now, I'm supposed to cook 2 meals before the Sabbath. You know what I'm saying? To last through the Sabbath. Go to church on the Sabbath. You know what I'm saying? Understand that if you ain't got nothing to eat at the house, you know what I'm saying, and you have time to cook 2 meals before the Sabbath start, you ain't had nothing to eat at the house, go get you something to eat. You ain't gotta starve yourself, because it's lawful to do good on the Sabbath day, as long as you ain't doing nothing against the will of God. You know what I'm saying? Basically, you know, if you're not sinning, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? God understand that you hungry and you want to get something to eat. Because when Christ was in the field with the disciples, he was walking through the field on the Sabbath, and he started to pick corn because they was hungry. They picked corn because they was hungry on the Sabbath. You know what I'm saying? And they was tripping. The people started tripping about that. Like, you had disciples in the field picking corn on the Sabbath day. You know what I'm saying? And he told them it's lawful to do good on the Sabbath. So that's perfect example. If you're gonna do it, yeah. Another thing is, you're not supposed to do any buying or selling anything. You know what I'm saying, on the Sabbath. You know what I'm saying, which is Friday night to Saturday night. You know what I'm saying? Anything before or after that is fine. But you're not supposed to do any buying or selling on the Sabbath. You know what I'm saying? So you're not supposed to, if you got products, merchandise, you're not supposed to do any buying or selling. You know what I'm saying? So, or anything like that, shopping or going to the mall, you're not supposed to do anything like that. And remember the Sabbath day and keep it holy. So you're not supposed to be in the club on the Sabbath getting drunk, getting high, and all that stuff like that, fornicating on the Sabbath. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Gambling. You know what I'm saying? Not supposed to do that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know. But remember the Sabbath day and keep it holy. You must do that. Remember Sabbath day and keep it holy. I'm trying to figure out if I'm missing anything. Supposed to rest, of course, on the Sabbath day. That's the day God rests on, the Sabbath. You know what I'm saying? You work 6 days a week. You rest on the Sabbath, which is Saturday, I repeat, which is from Friday night to Saturday night, because the day starts in the evening, not at 12 o'clock midnight. But yeah, food for thought. Think about that though. Happy Sabbath.